turn away. Signs up. My name is Jackson Buchek, and I'm going to be your MC for this Court of Honor. I would appreciate it if your phones were on silent until the Court of Honor is finished. Please set a good example for the younger scouts. Now that's out of the way. Will Rohan Nune please come forward to lead the opening flag ceremony?
Troop attention, color guard attention. May the audience please rise. Color guard, advance. Color guard reporting for duty. Prepare to post the colors. Prepare to post the colors. Post the colors. Scout hand salute.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please join me in the scout oath. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
Please join me in the Scout Law.
Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Report to ranks. Color guard dismissed. Audience at ease.
Would Jacob Buchek please come forward as our chaplain's aide to lead us in an opening prayer?
Please prepare yourself in a manner which you are accustomed to. We give thanks for being here together. In the name of scouting, we ask to have clean hands, clean words, and clean thoughts. We ask to learn to work hard and play fairly. We ask for forgiveness when we are unkind. We ask to see the needs of others so that we can help them. And we ask for the strength to do a good turn daily in each day so we can live up to our promises.
Now, can I have Neil Grecky to please come forward to recite the outdoor code?
As an American, I will do my best. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in the outdoor manner, to be careful with fire, to be considerate in the outdoors, and to be conservation-minded.
Would Logan Boring please come forward to lead the Three Candles opening?
Like the three fingers of the Scout sign and salute and the three-pointed design of the Scout badge, the Scout oath has three parts: duty to God and country, duty to other people, and last but not least, duty to ourselves. Please repeat with me the Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2. Thank you.
Now let's welcome Mr. Kaspar, our very own Scoutmaster from Troop 190. Please come forward to formally open this Court of Honor.
Hello. By the authority delegated to me by the council and by our own committee, I call this Court of Honor into session.
Can all Eagle Scouts please rise? Thank you for your continued service to the scouting community and for setting a strong example for Troop 190 Scouts of the impact of the Scout Oath and Scout Law in our lives. You may be seated. Would Mr. Kaspar please come forward to give a recognition of leadership?
I'm going to steal this mic so I can stand over here. So, courts of honor are all about rewarding the scouts and awarding them and recognizing them for their achievements. Their achievements usually would not have been possible were it not for the vast array of adults that stand behind them, under them, drive them places, carry their things, etc. So at this point, I would like to recognize some of those adults. First, starting with a somewhat bittersweet new one, we've lost our committee chair. He's moved, he's not dead. But that means we have a brand new committee chair. Sarah Watson, if you would stand up. So if you are unfamiliar with what the committee chair's role is, the committee chair is really the owner of the troop. The committee chair is responsible for making sure the troop functions. That's not my job. I'm just responsible for making sure they go on trips and come back with the vast majority of their digits. She's responsible for making sure the paperwork is done, the first aid stuff is done, all of the adults are getting along. We have money, little things like that that really make the troop quite literally function and let me just play with a bunch of teenage boys out in the woods. So, she has a much harder job, is what I'm trying to say. I would also like to recognize Teresa Buchek, who, at the end of this Court of Honor, will be responsible for the barbecue that is happening over there. Normally, that's something that somebody in the Scoutmaster Corps takes on. This time, we were all a little busy, and she valiantly stepped in at the last minute to organize just a lot of people, honestly. And I think she deserves a round of applause for that last-minute avoiding of catastrophe. I believe our treasurer is here too. I saw, there she is, hiding in the back, Mrs. Boring. So, the person who also makes sure we have money, manages to make our finances make any kind of sense, and so far hasn't made us do anything criminal, which is nice. Round of applause, please, for our treasurer. And then finally, the rest of the Scoutmaster Corps. We have Mr. Gorecki and Mrs. Bass in the back. Please stand up for a moment. The rest of the people that make sure your scouts come back intact, relatively. Thank you. That's all.
On to merit badges. The purpose of merit badges is to encourage scouts to explore areas that might interest them and teach them valuable skills in Scoutcraft. Scoutcraft itself includes lifelong skills, not just for thriving in the outdoors, but also for thriving in your community, at home, or at school, or in a career. They show employers a scout's knowledge in a field and their early commitment to learning outside of school, and they often lead to lifetime hobbies. Will the following scouts from Duct Tape Patrol please come forward to receive their merit badges? Caden Gaffney. Aw. Caden has received citizenship in the community and personal management. Thank you, Duct Tape Patrol. Will the following scouts from Eagle Eye Patrol please come forward to receive their merit badges? Jacob Buchek and Gabriel Peterson. Jacob has received rifle shooting, photography, and environmental science. Gabe has received the Sustainability Merit Badge. Will the following scout from Goose Mafia Patrol please come forward to receive their merit badges? Isan Aho. Easton has received the Pets and Scholarship Merit Badge. Thank you, Goose Mafia. Will the following scouts from Komodo Dragon please come forward to receive their merit badges? Garrett Allen. Garrett has received the Pets Merit Badge. Will the following scouts from Petrol Patrol please come forward to receive their merit badges? Jackson Buchek and Matthew London. Matthew has received the Personal Management Merit Badge, and I have received the Music and Environmental Science Merit Badge. Will the following scouts from Spartans Patrol please come to receive their merit badges? Patrick Lindsay. Patrick has received the Personal Management Merit Badge. Congratulations on all of your achievements. Congratulations on all of your achievements. Now we will move on to a presentation about our fall and winter outings. Will CJ Gurecki please come forward to give us a presentation about our troops?
So I have put together a presentation about the last two outings, which are Spring Camporee, Spring Camporee, right? Or is it just Camporee? And Wilderness Survival. And I have a few people to talk about it. I have multiple for Wilderness Survival, because I feel like it's multiple camps. One for base camp, one for ridge, and one for the extreme area. Okay, so may Neil Gurecki please come forward and talk about Spring Camporee?
The spring camporee was quite fun because we were there with multiple other troops, and we went through multiple stations competing to try to score the most points, I guess. And on the final night we had a big barbecue, and yeah, pretty fun.
Next slide. And now Chris to talk about base camp for Wilderness Survival.
It was really fun because it was kind of like for base camp, it was the first time we were doing like real wilderness survival. It was really fun because we did things like a Christmas tree from a fallen down tree. There were bullets in one of the trees and bullet shells on the ground. And there was also like it was really fun because it was just the first time we did what? I don't really remember what we did.
And now Desmond to talk about Ridge.
Ridge was fun. We built shelters using tarps, rope, and our environment. We got to be creative, and I wrapped myself up in a burrito. It was warm. I liked that. It was fun.
And now Josh to talk about One Night.
All right, I went on one night. I would like to say it was fun. It wasn't. I say that strictly because I got 1 hour of sleep, and CJ, who was in my group, had a little bit of hallucination and said that he saw a puma, and so everyone was really paranoid the rest of the night. It was great.
It was like one of the bad.
Yeah, and cold. I forgot cold.
Now, what's the boot jack to talk about tonight? Jackson.
So tonight, I think our group really enjoyed tonight. we had used our skills to get an item of our choice that we could use to build kind of like a shelter. We had collected firewood throughout the day, which was kind of long, and there was not much to do else throughout those 2 days. So we did a lot of collecting firewood. And through the night, there was just a tiny bit of rain, except for the next day when it really started to rain hard. But we had built a fire and kept it going throughout the entire night. And then we just did that the second night. But on the second night, we got mountain houses.
Okay, and I'll hand it back to Jackson, and thank you to all our speakers.
Now that we could all see how much of a great time we had while going through the camps, let's move on to rank advancements. I request Sir Ethan to please come forward to present the Scout rank advancements.
Will the following Scouts please come up forward and receive their Scout rank advancement? Samuel Bednarzik. Oh, with a parent, sorry. Isaac Kramer. Andrew Gee. Krishnathan Haq. Roan Krahenbull. I'm sorry if I butcher any of you guys' names. Ivan Midget. Mason Chin. Alec Riekseeker. Jackson Smith. And the parent can stand behind the Scout.
Come on, you guys got more space. Yeah.
All the way over here.
Got lots of people.
You can squeeze over a little more. Come over a little more. Perfect. Good? All right. This is a flame of knowledge. You New Scouts have shown me that you have a hunger for knowledge by fulfilling the requirements of joining our great troop. The Scouting program offers you a special kind of knowledge that will serve you well as you walk the sometimes difficult road of adulthood. Luckily, the flame of knowledge in our troop is strong, very strong. You can relight your flame at any time by participating or concentrating on the Scout Law. The more you participate and the more effort you put in, the stronger your flame becomes and the more difficult to extinguish. At some point, your flame will become a deep burning ember deep in your heart that will be impossible to put out. It is my pleasure to present each of you with your Scout badge to show that your flame is burning and that you are on your way to higher ranks. Notice there is also a small pin. Present this pin to your parents now and have them attach your badge on your left shirt pocket. In our troop, it is customary to attach the badge upside down until the Scout has performed a good deed. Quickly, you guys can turn around and do it if you need to. Yep, your left pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have been like, see. How are you going to put the badge on? You don't just put the badge. No, how do you put the badge on him?
Mm-hmm. Troop 190, join me in congratulating these new scouts.
Would Rohan Nune please come forward to present the second class rank?
Will the following second class scouts and their parent please come forward? Ryan Singh and William Zilke. Woo! Okay. Well, I'll just say some stuff that represent them, but once before, you stood before this amazing court and recognized as Tenderfoot Scouts. Time has passed since then, and for some, it's been a short time. For others, longer. But what you guys have used your time in pursuing scouting activities and knowledge, and have distinguished yourselves by qualifying for second-class rank. This rank of second-class scout represents to you the opportunities of service to others by living according to the scout oath and law, by adding your bit to the fires of good citizenship and the world of brotherhood. And usually we'd have them pin the thing to their parent, and they would start wearing the rank advancement card. But other than that, yeah. Troop 190, just say congratulations to these second-class scouts. But yeah.
Now let's celebrate our Life Scouts. I request Kyle Glasscock to please come forward to present a life rank.
I ask the following scouts, please come forward. Jackson Buchek, Jacob Buchek, and Josh Dresser. And a parent. These are the scouts receiving their life rank tonight. You have fulfilled your last step before taking on your Eagle requirements. You have shown that you can lead your troop through service and guiding others. You have shared your scouting experience with younger scouts following after you. You have helped your patrol grow in strength and character, and troops grow in strength and character. Tonight, you entered that small group directly working towards their Eagle rank. In doing so, you must not only give service, you must also lead others in performing a service project of your choosing. Your willingness to do so will be a pledge of service and a sign of your understanding of the ideals of scouting. When you are finished with your requirements, you will be worthy to join those few who are Eagle Scouts.
Just imagine this lit.
Let this life badge remind you of the life of service that will shine as a guide to lead you on the trail to adulthood.
Would Mr. Kaspar please come forward to hand out the other awards and recognitions?
So this is the part where there's awards that are not badges per se, but are other recognitions for things that the Scouts have done. So I would like everybody who went to Camporee to wander up here. Garrett Allen, Tucker, Jackson, Josh Dresser, Matt Dresser, Gavin Edwards, Andrew Gee, Jonathan Gee, CJ, Neil, Krish Hack, Desmond, Roan, Gabe, Gideon, Josh Selfridge, Jackson Smith, and Alec Watson. Yeah. Okay. And if I missed anybody because my list was made at the last minute, also please come up. So, Camporee, if you are unaware, is an what? Yeah. Is an intertroop competition amongst the district. Get up there, you're okay. As I said, the list got put together at the last minute. Is an intertroop competition amongst the folks in our council. It's basically a cadre from our troop versus a cadre from all of the other troops who felt like attending. Now, this was the contingent that we sent. If you look at them, you will notice a certain youngness to them. Specifically, we were the youngest contingent in the council. So this year they did a handicapping, where they looked at the average rank of all of the Scouts in each of the troop contingents and applied a handicap to that. We had the most handicap, which means that we had the Scouts who were most willing to step up, possibly above and beyond their actual skill level, to just give it their all and do their best, and that's all we can ask. And honestly, they all did really, really well. For some of these Scouts, it was their second camp out ever, and they were competing against Eagle Scouts in Scout skill challenges. And they did really well, I gotta say. We didn't win, but we did not do bad. And honestly, we were all very impressed with how much you all put into it and how much, hopefully, you all got out of it. And I think they deserve an amazing round of applause for hurling themselves against that particular set of challenges. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. There's a lot of you. Good job. Good job. Good job. And good job. And good job. And last one. Good job. Okay, I get to sit down. I'll wait. And I'm not done yet. My next recognition, earlier I talked about some of the ASMs. Now I would like to talk about the rest of the ASMs. If you will turn your eyes to the back, to the people in the AV boards who have been trying to make this building behave for about an hour and a half now. It's always an adventure because the church has great ideas for how things work, and occasionally their ideas work. And usually it means John is fixing stuff for about 45 minutes so that, like, microphones function. And I wanted to save them for now so that they could have their specific own moment of applause for the annoying amount of cable running, board debugging, and general computer tomfoolery they had to do to make this happen. This is also the point where we would have troop announcements. I don't really have any per se. We have a backpacking trip coming up. If you brought your pack for a pack check, that's great. We'll be doing it over as part of the barbecue. If you didn't, that's less great. We'll have a second pack check on Wednesday if you missed this one. Second, after this, we have a barbecue over on the other side of the teen center. I want to talk a little bit about how that's going to work because it's slightly complex. There are 5 protein options. We have beef hamburgers, we have beef franks, we have turkey burgers, we have turkey franks, and we have veggie burgers, technically 2 different kinds of veggie burgers, but we'll get to that later. So we are going to just make a whole bunch of beef burgers and franks. If you want something that is not a beef burger and frank, when you get over there, just tell the people who are manning the various Blackstones what you would like. All of the non-beef options we're doing on an as-needed basis. So if you would like a turkey burger, or you would like one of the veggie burgers, or a turkey frank, anything like that, just let them know. They will get it cooked for you, and then deliver it unto you when it is done. So usually we end up with a big line. So tell them what you want, go get in line. Hopefully by the time you get to the front of the line, it'll be done and it'll all work out. Or at least that's the plan that made sense in my head. We'll see if it works in reality. Let's see. I'm just going to keep rolling on. You have one more page left? Okay. I'll come back for my minute then. That's all the awards I have.
Ah, well, what do you know? You do have your minute. Will Mr. Kaspar please come up for the Scoutmaster minute?
Said you had a whole page. Okay. So, for anybody unfamiliar, this is my time to talk at them. You're allowed to listen too. Oh, before that, however, we have one special award that I completely forgot about because someone told me 20 whole minutes ago. Would Mrs. Watson, our committee chair, please come up? That's great.
Okay, speaking about 20 whole minutes ago, so our committee chair, Jason Hatfield, who just left, was supposed to do this, but he's not here, so I am. So this is an award that I think that most of you probably don't know about. Our troop gives this out every year. It is a scholarship award. It's called On My Honor Scholarship. And a long time ago, maybe not that long ago, but we had a benefactor who gave the troop some money to invest and to award a scholarship every year. The candidates, the hopeful candidates, write an essay about what scouting means to them. And the scholarship committee blindly judges the essays and reads them and chooses someone each year to receive the award. The essays this year were excellent, I have to say. But one was chosen. And this candidate said some pretty amazing things. He talked about how scouting has taught him life lessons, about camping, hiking, first aid training, things like that. It's taught him the importance of teamwork and leadership. I think that, and both essays talked about this, and I think that most importantly, I'm going to read a paragraph from this because I think he summed it up very well. He said, "It's also helped me understand the importance of giving back to my community and protecting the environment. Through service projects and conservation work, I've seen how even small actions can make a big difference. Every challenge I've faced in scouting has helped me grow stronger and shaped me into a better person. And the experiences I've had have built my character and taught me to be more responsible, not just for myself, but for the people around me and for the world we all share." And I think that's very important. I think that scouting does help young people realize that they're not the center of the universe and that there is a wider world out there and that everybody has to live in it. And we all need to get along and be better people. I think that's a wonderful, hopefully, lesson that we kind of drill into our kids, right? So I would like to call Donnie Johnson up to receive the On My Honor Scholarship Award. Hi, Donnie. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So Donnie's receiving $500, the On My Honor Scholarship in cash. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to say anything?
Yes. I think it was just me and Nico who did the essay, and I was really worried that I wasn't going to win, but I was excited for both of us. And it was a 50-50. Obviously, I'm happy I won, but I'm sorry you didn't. You're a great competitor, Nico, and thank you.
Come up for our Scoutmaster minute.
Okay, this time for sure. So, For the last, like 10 meetings, I've been talking through the Scout Oath. We've said it twice tonight. We say it every meeting. Sometimes we say it 2 or 3 times in a meeting just in case. Why do we say it so often? It's not like you need reminding. So we say it so often because we are trying to drill that thing into your subconscious. We say it so often because we want it to kind of lurk back in there for the rest of your life. So I was in scouting when I was your age. I got up through Eagle, and then high school, college, vast array of things happened, and I didn't get back into scouting until I had kids who were old enough to get into scouting. And I didn't think I remembered the oath and law at that point. It had been literally 15 years, 20 years since I'd said it last. But as soon as somebody else in the meeting said, "On my honor," like a robot, I just kicked back in. "On my honor, I will do my best," all the way through. Did not forget it, didn't even lose a word. It was Cub Scouts, so I actually was saying it wrong because I was saying the Boy Scout one, not the Cub Scout one. That was a whole problem for a while. But what we want is for you to remember that for literally the rest of your life. So I talked about a moral code, and I talked about an ethos or ethics and how that hopefully will stick with you. We want the Scout Oath to stick with you. When you're 30, we want you to be thinking about doing something and going, "Now hold on, maybe that's not morally straight so much," and not do it. Or, "Is that really my duty? Maybe I won't do it. Or maybe I will do it. Or maybe I will go out of my way to help somebody." That's what we're trying to do. And that's why we say it over and over and over and over and over. Thank you.
Would Jacob Buchek please come forward to lead us in a closing prayer?
Please prepare yourself in the manner which you are accustomed to. As we leave today, I wish that we can all give our hearts and minds to scouting, to make sure to do a good turn daily, and to live by the Scout Oath and law. Amen.
Scouts, parents, and guests. Oh, wait, no. Would Rohan Nune please come forward to retire the colors?
Troop attention, color guard attention. May the audience please rise. Color guard, advance. Prepare to retrieve the colors. Retrieve the colors. Scout hand salute. Report to ranks. Color guard dismissed. Audience at ease.
Scouts, parents, and guests, it is time to celebrate with a potluck. Scouts, please clean up. Scouts, please help clean up before you go eat. Thank you.